You wanna know the indicator that Bitcoin is following by the millimeter? Then smash the like button. It's time for Crypto News. Crypto to the max. I will tell you this and also the last information about Bitcoin and altcoins. You don't have to miss any of our videos. In the last one, we told you how to be rich with just 0.01 Bitcoin. Is this a possibility? Today, we have to talk about the indicator that everybody is using, which is called the global M2 money supply. This comes with the idea that when money is entering the market, it goes to Bitcoin and some other assets, but it's going to Bitcoin also. So we can use this indicator with a days offset of 90 and then have a picture of what Bitcoin is going to do. And I went to TradingView. As always, you have the link in the description below. And I use for myself this called my indicator global liquidity and money supply M2 with the time offset of 90. And you can see that mostly with it goes up, Bitcoin price goes up and down and up and down and up and down and so on and so forth. This is true. But you know, I always like to watch things more deeply than other channels. So if we go here to 2013 and we watch this indicator, you can see that the monetary supply was keeping on going higher when Bitcoin started going down. This happened again in the second peak of Bitcoin, not just the first one. In the second peak, the second top for Bitcoin, it started going down when the monetary supply was going up. And we can see that here in the third top, in the third peak for Bitcoin. So you can see and we can tell that, well, it's a laggard indicator and we need to get off the train before it gets to the end so that the monetary supply might keep on going higher even though Bitcoin might start going down. This is something what we need to understand. This is something that we need to remember when we are around the next time that we believe that Bitcoin is making a cycle peak, a cycle top. But in any case, you see also these green lines for people in the podcast. In the green lines, what we see is that, yes, at the beginning of the bull runs for Bitcoin, the monetary supply was going up. It happened in the first cycle. It happened in the next ones too. So every time that we see a good behavior for Bitcoin, some months going up, we see the monetary supply going up too. This happened also from 2023, 2024, and 2025. So yes, and also when we get closer, seems that this indicator is becoming more and more accurate than it was before. If we go to the daily, you can see that's the case, and we can project what might happen in the future due to this monetary supply as it's following what what this indicator is doing. Price of Bitcoin might start going crazy up according to this. I'm playing with a time offset of 90 but also 82, and with 82 I'm finding it more and more precise. So maybe we're just about to explode. Bitcoin might go higher now. Everybody is showing these pictures that would bring us to a new all-time high at some point around $180,000. Some believe it might be 160. It's amazing. We don't care. We just want Bitcoin to go higher. And people now are using this indicator not just for Bitcoin, but also for things like MicroStrategy stock. So, yeah, it seems that if you put a 44-day offset, it's really following price of MicroStrategy. Very interested. Play with this indicator by yourself as everybody is doing. And I'm gonna go farther than that. I'm just not telling you about this indicator, but also I found this guy that is playing with the indicator, but also is reminding me the peak of Bitcoin considering the halvings. So according to this guy, this has to go around 500 days after the halving. That's the point where Bitcoin should peak. But of course, I went to TradingView and I'm starting to think about the top, the peak of Bitcoin, as I told you in previous videos. So today we're gonna go a little bit farther, trying to find out where is going to be that point, that precise price for Bitcoin top. And you can see that in the first cycle, from the halving to the peak, we were exactly 1 year. It was 350 days. In the second cycle, from the halving to the peak, we had 518 days. And in the third one, it was 546 days. So it seems that it's taking a little bit longer to Bitcoin to peak every cycle. Consider that, and also consider that it's not just 500 days and that's it, but it's a medium, it's a media, is an average for all this data. So if we go to this cycle, those days, the 350, it's over because it's been more than a year now, makes no sense. But with 518 or 546, that would be 22nd of September 2025 to October 2025. Very interesting also sharing that information with the exact day that we had the peak in the previous cycles. So the first time it was December the 1st, then the second one it was November the 11th, and the third one was, the second one was December the 17th, and the last time it was November the 12th. So you can see that means that it's close to that data, and as we said, it's getting longer. So I am projecting the peak for Bitcoin this time between November the 11th 2025 to December the 17th 2025. We'll see about that. We're gonna tell you about this more in further videos. Also, we're going to compare the movement we're having from the halving right now in Bitcoin price with the movement in price we had in the previous 3 cycles. And you can see it's been quite different right now. Maybe the green one, 2017-16, is the closest one as we are following in all our videos. But for all this to come into fruition, we need Bitcoin to go higher. And right now it's not. It's going down. Yesterday we touched 107. So yeah, people believe that maybe we still need some correction for Bitcoin. We'll see about that because we have other people telling us that we have a magnet in $130,000 because of the golden ratio multiplier, and some believe that Fibonacci is the indicator that is bringing us to $135,000. This is Titan of Crypto telling us that, and also Stock Money Lizards that's comparing the Fibonacci we have right now with the one we had in 2020. We have the same setup according to him. So that means that the party just started. You know that people like BlackRock, Fidelity, and some others, they are buying like crazy. They bought yesterday BlackRock spot ETFs, bought 3,740 Bitcoin and 12,680 Ethereum. So if you are considering buying, remember you have the link in the description below to Bitpanda, the best exchange if you are in Europe. Use it right now, as Donald Trump might use. Remember that he announced he's gonna buy like crazy, as you are, and some of you are buying even with the Tandem card that I told you that I'm being very interested in. They are partners of the channel, and I will tell you to buy it today, but I'm not gonna tell you that. I'm gonna tell you to hold your buy, because next Monday I'm gonna tell you a better discount that we have today. So even though it's bad for me and my interest, I will tell you to do not buy it right now, because I just knew that we're going to have a better discount on Monday for just 1 week. So wait till that. I have to tell you so many good pieces of information out there, like Wall Street giant Cantor Fitzgerald officially launched 2 billion Bitcoin lending, completing the first loan. So yeah, we're gonna have Bitcoin in the heart of Wall Street. There's no stopping it now. We might go higher. As Chinese automaker Yuchi Holdings is going to buy 1,000 Bitcoin for its treasury. Also, Japanese public company Remix Point wants to buy 200 Bitcoin for 1 billion yuan. Crisis we might have about the liquidity now that we know that fresh liquidity is coming into the market through Japan. 6.3 billion allegedly are about to come into the market. And we have good pieces of information, not just from Japan and China, but also Thailand. Thailand is going to lend tourists spent crypto via credit card and plans major financial reforms to unify traditional and digital asset markets. Good for Thailand and good for United States. We have there, of course, the Bitcoin 2024, amazing atmosphere out there, and some of the most important ones already talk, and we have a sum up of that. Like, for example, White House Director of Digital Assets, you said that Bitcoin is updating the financial system of the US and that America will be the BTC superpower of the world. This is massive, of course. Also, White House crypto czar David Sachs hints the USA will start buying Bitcoin soon. It's happening. Also, Senator Loomis said that President Trump supports the bill to buy 1 million Bitcoin. Here we go with United States. Also, Ohio Governor candidate Vivek Ramaswamy just announced to include Bitcoin education in public schools, which is huge. And Michael Saylor, of course, advocating for Bitcoin. When Wall Street hits 10% of Bitcoin, that's 1 million per coin. The clock is ticking. He's urging you to buy some Bitcoin. Former Treasurer of the United States, Rosie Rios, said that Bitcoin is here to stay. So you can see that everybody, mostly right now, is pro crypto. No matter that fast food giant Steak and Shake announced they're saving 50% in processing fees accepting Bitcoin payments. It is faster than a credit card. If more merchants hear this, they are going to turn into Bitcoin. It's going to be massive. And today we still have Jack Mayers that said he's going to unveil 2 big announcements at the conference. So I will tell you in tomorrow's video. Do not miss that out. And what about Ethereum? Are we going down? Are we breaking the 2,744? Well, we have good news. Sharplink Gaming, the company is raising $425 million to buy Ethereum for its Ethereum treasury. So we see here how people are trying to emulate MicroStrategy strategy, not with Bitcoin, but with Ethereum. And also, CoinTracking was telling us that let's see if Ethereum follows Bitcoin's price moves as more companies adopt the strategy for Ethereum. CoinTracking, that remember is the only tool I use for tracking my portfolio and for creating my tax report if you need to create it. So you can have a free version of it, and this week, if you type a comment with the second and third letter of your surname, you will go, if you are a lucky winner, from free to pro, or from pro to expert, or from expert to unlimited. 3 happy winners that come in this month. So do it right now. You're running out of time. Ethereum is running out of time to decide if it's going to close the gap. It's above us at 3,200 something, or we're gonna go down to 1,700 where we have another gap. You need also to know that over 150,000 Ethereum validators are supporting raising gas limit from 36 million to 60 million, boosting L1 transaction capacity without a hard fork. So yeah, we'll see about that. What about the altcoins? Monero is going crazy down. So I wonder, something happened. I'm gonna research that for tomorrow's video. And also Hyperliquid is going down. When Sui, my other favorite for this cycle, is going up. And no wonder, because we have good information. 21Cert files the first ever SUI ETF on Nasdaq, and Cetus, involved in the last crisis of SUI, is planning to use its cash and token treasuries to fully compensate impacted users, if able to recover locked funds through the community vault, along with a loan from the SUI Foundation. Good for SUI that went up. I still believe I will buy it at 2.4 at some point in the future. We'll see about that. And hype, I should have sold on 39. I was tempted to, but I didn't. So I missed that opportunity. I would have bought back at 29. So right now I'm going to wait to 29 and buy a little bit more. I want to remind you that we have a draw with Ledger, and you can get this collectible edition. This is a Penguins edition. You have to buy some kind of ledger with the link in the description below, and you send me an email, funontheright@gmail.com, with some number of reference so I know it's legit. And on Monday, I will say who's the winner of the Punji Penguins edition. With that, and with this cat that is telling us, do not be fooled by yourself. Sometimes you are your own enemy. We say goodbye to today's video. Of course, we'll have more tomorrow here on Rodrigo Arnedo, Noticias Bitcoin, Crypto News, Health, Money, Love, Party in Peace, and the best is yet to come. To the moon!